All right, good people, I am back on track once again. I want to thank all of you guys for your patience and understanding, supports, likes, shares, all of that positive feedback and energy that I get from my social medias, especially a awesome shout out to my Instagram followers. You guys rock. I'm so serious. Thank you. Facebook, you better act like you know and catch up. All right, good people. Officially, good evening on this cool, or it could be cold, wherever you are at. It's an awesome evening. It's an awesome day globally, wherever you are at on this wonderful Saturday. So this is a current live audio for Saturday, November the 10th, 2018. Feels good to wake up and be alive, don't it? I don't know about you guys, but I'm alive. I'm breathing. I'm speaking. I'm hearing. I have my senses, because so many people unfortunately do not make it. And so many condolences and prayers go out to those families whose loved ones, friends did not make it. This evening, I want to speak to you. And first, let me say thank you for joining my Aisha Speaks Jade Facebook page. I am hoping that you can hear me. Leave me a comment. If I don't hear any feedback, I'm just going to go off and assume that you guys can hear me. But most of the time, when I am done, I do check it anyway. And so far, so good. Yes, technology for working in my favor. So this evening, I want to speak to you about 5 ways to supercharge your brain and achieve neurogenesis. Again, that's 5 ways to supercharge your brain and achieve neurogenesis. We have to keep these brains active by doing different things that will enhance, increase, or make our brains better. Because when you don't utilize it, and I know this may sound for some like, what is she talking about? But when you don't use your brain, it slowly deteriorates. So we're going to explore some avenues on how to do that. So the brain is a fascinating organ in your body, which can be supercharged by following some basic tips. A hidden superpower present your brain called neurogenesis is the creation of new brain cells, which allows an inflow of new creative ideas. If certain activities are carefully followed daily, you will be able to easily supercharge your brain and be more productive. So here are a few activities through which you can achieve neurogenesis. So the first one would be engage in physical activity. We've heard that engaging in some sort of physical activity is the key to supercharging mental abilities, which is absolutely true. Scientists have found the correlation between working out and intellect, which is why you should ditch the excuses and start working out daily. It doesn't have to be so extravagant. You just have to start. That could be walking, a brisk walk, a run. You can go to the gym. You can do things in your own home. You can go to parks. You can do several different things that you can engage in physical activities. You can even walk up the steps instead of always necessarily taking elevators. So there's no excuses. You can work around your abilities. Okay, there are different avenues to start engaging in physical activities. The next would be meditation. The benefits of meditation and yoga are countless, as when performed on a regular basis, These activities can benefit your body greatly. Meditating once a day helps you get rid of distress and focus on things better. And when you are more focused, you tend to be more productive. It also helps your brain to collect the fragmented thoughts. Okay, so again, I am guilty of this. I used to do some type of meditating, but I no longer do it. So I have to be accountable. I want to get into some meditation. There are different forms of meditation as well as different forms of yoga. You have to do it on a regular basis. You have to be accountable. You have to be consistent, and you have to discipline yourself. Take some time for you. This is all part of your self-care. Okay? When you are all off, doesn't make you a happy person. Me being off and unorganized doesn't make a happy jade at all. Okay? And when you're feeling stressed or distressed or frustrated, doing these type of practices, meditation or yoga, it definitely can help you be more focused. I have to say, it did when I was doing it more diligently. It made me more focused, not as stressed and uptight. So try it. The third one would be read as much as you can. Read books, articles, success stories, and almost everything you can get your hands on. The more you read, the more you are able to recharge your brain cells and boost your creativity. Reading opens up brain doors which are previously shut, which is why reading is something you should engage in on a regular basis. Another thing, it doesn't have to be boring content. Read something that you're interested in. A magazine, again, books, articles, magazines, success stories, things that are motivating and that will catch your attention, whatever that is. Read. You can designate a certain time every day. This is self-care again, people. Incorporate it into your life and do self-care by doing more reading and meditation and yoga and just a variety of engaging in physical activity, because not only is that helping your brain, that's helping your body and your overall well-being. 4, listen to music. I say listen to positive music, but we have those. Let's keep it real. We have that music that's, a little ratchet. Or that music, like, some people like trap, Cardi B, Riri, Bay. There's different varieties of music. There's a lot of music like Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. Like, when I'm cleaning, I've listened to their music. Their music helps me clean. Not only am I cleaning, I'm getting some exercise in, right? But I'm dancing to it and I'm just cutting a fool for real. But I'm getting things organized and straightened up, and I'm getting some physical activity in. So listening to music, it has been proven that listening to soothing music like instrumental or Celtic music can have a calming effect on your brain. So I said that Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, you can choose to do that. We have options, people. But also instrumental music is not a bad option. You can listen again to music that is soothing and or calming. That's good too. Okay. Because sometimes we have to bring that brain down, because everyday life, it can be going 5 miles a minute, right? Sometimes we need to on a regular basis. Again, what is those 2 words? Self-care. On a regular basis, when we need to bring it down, when we're into overload of overthinking, listening to that soothing and or instrumental music can be calming. So we can try that option as well. On the body. So again, it's been proven soothing music, instrumental Celtic music can have a common effect on your brain. Excuse me, people. On the body front, it lowers your pulse rate and decreases the amount of stress hormones released. Listening to music can also upgrade the creativity level in your brain cells. And number 5, soak the sunlight. This is necessary as you are probably used to working under artificial lights, which actually robs your brain of energy. Along with the energy, the production of new brain cells is also affected when you are overexposed to artificial lighting. Instead, spend time outdoors to refresh your brain and promote the growth of new brain cells. So I guess I want to say, when weather permitting, step outside, enjoy that sunlight, that sun. I believe that should be vitamin K. If I'm wrong, please correct me. I believe it's vitamin K, incorporating that sunlight, that natural or that nature for a little bit. Because when you're indoors a whole lot, and I know wintertime is here, but just if you can, step out and just soak it up. This was a real brief one. I actually want to see if there's some other goodies out here to speak on. So let's see. Forgive me. Let's see what else we can incorporate as far as getting that brain, improving your brain memory. So, here's something. How to improve your memory. It might be repetitive, but that is okay. Tips and exercises to sharpen your mind and boost brain power. So a strong memory depends on the health and vitality of your brain. So whether you are a student studying for final exams, a working professional interested in doing all you can to stay mentally sharp, running your own business, or a senior looking to preserve and enhance your gray matter as you age, there are lots of things we can do as people of all ages to improve your memory and mental performance. So, they say that you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but when it comes to the brain, scientists have discovered that this old adage simply isn't true. The human brain has an astonishing ability to adapt and change, even into old age. This ability is known as neuroplasticity. With the right stimulation, your brain can form new neural pathways, alter existing connections, and adapt and react in ever-changing ways. The brain's incredible ability to reshape itself holds true when it comes to learning and memory. You can harness the natural power of neuroplasticity to increase your cognitive abilities, enhance your ability to learn new information, and improve your memory at any age. So, these are 9 tips. Give your brain a workout. Don't skip the physical exercise. Get your Z's. Make time for friends. Keep stress in check. Have a laugh. Eat a brain-boosting diet. Identify and treat health problems. And take practical steps to support learning and memory. So tip 1. Give your brain a workout. By the time you've reached adulthood, for those that have not reached adulthood, your brain has developed millions of neural pathways that help you process and recall information quickly, solve familiar problems, and execute familiar tasks with a minimum of mental effort. But if you always took to these well-worn paths, you aren't giving your brain the stimulation it needs to keep growing and developing. You have to shake things up from time to time, right? You got to shake them up. Memory, like muscular strength, requires you to use it or lose it. You heard that phrase before? If you don't use it, you're going to lose it. The more you work out your brain, the better you'll be able to process and remember information. But not all activities are equal. So the best brain exercises break your routine and challenge you to use and develop new brain pathways. Here are 4 key elements of a good brain boosting activity. Forgive me, guys, my throat is getting a little sore here, but I'm going to continue. So the 4 elements, first one would be it teaches you something new. No matter how intellectually demanding the activity, if it's something you're already good at, it's not a good brain exercise. The activity needs to be something that's unfamiliar and out of your comfort zone. To strengthen the brain, you need to keep learning and developing new skills. The next one would be it's challenging. The best brain boosting activities demand your full and close attention. It's not enough that you found the activity challenging at one point. It must still be something that requires mental effort. So, for example, learning to play a challenging new piece of music counts. Playing a difficult piece you've already memorized does not. Did you get that example? Learning to play a challenging new piece of music counts. Playing a difficult piece you've already memorized does not. Next would be it's a skill you can build on. So look for activities that allow you to start at an easy level and work your way up as your skills improve. Always pushing the envelope so you can continue to stretch your capabilities. When a previously difficult level starts to feel uncomfortable, then that means it's time to tackle the next level of performance. Next would be it's rewarding. Rewards support the brain's learning process. The more interested and engaged you are in the activity, the more likely you'll be to continue doing it, and the greater the benefits you'll experience. So choose activities that, while challenging, are still enjoyable and satisfying. So think of something new that you've always wanted to try. Perhaps it could be playing a guitar, doing pottery, knitting, crocheting, juggle, playing chess, speaking, a second language, dancing. It could be anything. So any of the activities can help you improve your memory so long as they keep you challenged and engaged. That is the key, keeping you challenged and engaged. So what about some brain training programs? There are countless brain training apps and online programs that promise to boost memory, problem solving, attention, and even IQ with daily practice. But do they really work? Increasingly, the evidence says no. While these brain training programs may lead to short-term improvements in whatever task or specific game you've been practicing, they don't appear to do anything to strengthen or improve overall intelligence, memory, or other cognitive abilities. I would be game to try it out just to see. So here's tip 2. Don't skip the physical exercise. So while mental exercise is important for brain health, That doesn't mean you never need to break a sweat. Physical exercise helps your brain stay sharp. It increases oxygen to the brain and reduces the risk for disorders that lead to memory loss, such as diabetes and cardiovascular disease. Exercise also enhances the effects of a helpful brain chemicals and reduces stress hormones. Perhaps most importantly, exercise plays an important role in neuroplasticity by boosting growth factors and stimulating new neuronal connections. So here are some brain boosting exercise tips. Are you ready for this, guys? Aerobic exercise is particularly good for the brain. So choose activities that keep your blood pumping. In general, anything that is good for your heart is great for your brain. They definitely have a connection. Does it take you a long time to clear out the sleeping fog when you wake up? So if so, you may find that exercising in the morning before you start your day, it will make a big difference. In addition to clearing out the cobwebs, it also primes you for learning throughout the day. So I definitely have heard from experience doing exercise in the morning, before you go to work or do whatever you need to do. That's like a charge for you in the morning. You're like a charge for your brain, and like it says, a brain booster. Next would be physical activities that require hand-eye coordination or complex motor skills are particularly beneficial for brain building. Exercise breaks can help you get past mental fatigue and afternoon slumps. Even a short walk or a few jumping jacks can be enough to reboot your brain. Look at that. So you don't even have to do anything strenuous. You can do it at a slow to moderate pace, and it'll still be beneficial. So if you are experiencing traumatic stress or find yourself stuck in repetitive, unhealthy behaviors, perhaps try exercising the muscles connected to fight or flight with attention. Exercises that use both your arms and legs and are done in a focused way with mindful awareness of your physical and emotional experience are especially good at reducing traumatic stress. So exercises like walking, running, swimming, even perhaps rock climbing, activate your senses and make you more aware of yourself and others when they are done with focused attention. The next tip, which is tip 3, get your Z's. Get your Z's on. There is a big difference between the amount of sleep or rest you can get by on and the amount you need to function at your best. The truth is that over 95% of adults need between 7.5 to 9 hours of sleep every night in order to avoid sleep deprivation. Even skimping on a few hours makes a difference. Memory, creativity, and problem-solving abilities, critical thinking skills are all compromised. But sleep or rest is critical to learning and memory in an even more fundamental way. They say research shows that sleep or rest is necessary for memory consolidation, with the key memory enhancing activity occurring during the deepest stages of your sleep or rest. So get on a regular sleep schedule. Go to bed at the same time every night and get up at the same time each morning. Try not to break your routine, even on weekends and holidays. Ooh, is that difficult for some people? I'm not saying that it's not achievable. I'm just that is definitely a process, going to be a process for me because my sleep pattern is off. I'm like even working after my full-time job with things that are related to the business and or speaking for me. But I'm sure it can be effective, and I'm sure that it's attainable, and I'm sure that it can happen. So how many of you guys go to bed the same time every night and get up the same time each morning, even the weekends and the holidays? I'm very curious to know that. Leave that in the comment section. Avoid all screens for at least an hour before bed. So the blue light that's emitted by TVs, tablets, phones, and computers trigger wakefulness and suppress hormones such as melatonin that make you sleepy. I spoke briefly about that from a previous audio that I did, as well as this one I'm getting ready to speak on now. Cut back on caffeine. Caffeine affects people differently. Some people are highly sensitive, and even morning coffee may interfere with sleep at night. Try reducing your intake or cutting it out entirely if you suspect it's keeping you up. You can definitely Google or YouTube how to sleep better. Some simple steps. Tip number 4, make time for friends. When you think of ways to improve memory, do you think of quote unquote serious activities such as wrestling with the New York Times crossword puzzle, or perhaps mastering chess strategies, or do more light-hearted pastimes such as hanging out with friends or enjoying a funny movie? Does that come to mind? If you're like most of us, it's probably not. But countless studies show that a life full of friends and fun comes with cognitive benefits. So, healthy relationships, the ultimate brain booster. And relationships are not just intimate. Relationship is diverse. Humans are highly social animals. We're not meant to survive, let alone thrive in isolation. Relationships stimulate our brains. In fact, interacting with others may be the best kind of brain exercise. And it probably can be even with some introverts. Research shows that having meaningful friendships and a strong support system are vital, not only to emotional health, but also to brain health. And for individuals that are like solely introverts, I would like to know, how do you interact? Like, do you spend each and every day and night being an introvert by yourself, or do you actually take some of your time out and step out of that box and interact with other individuals, like have some type of small relationship between you and another person? And I'm just curious about that. I would like to know. So research shows that having meaningful friendships and stronger support systems, again, are vital not only to emotional health, but also to brain health. In one recent study from the Harvard School of Public Health, researchers find that people with the most active social lives have the slowest rate of memory decline. Very interesting. There are more ways to start taking advantage of the brain and memory boosting benefits of socializing. You could volunteer, join a club, make it a point to see friends more often, or reach out over the phone. And if a human isn't handy, don't overlook the value of a pet, especially the highly social dog. So pets are a factor too. A lot of people don't have a bunch of friends. A lot of people have pets. Pets are good as well. I like to switch it up personally for me. I like animals. Once upon a time I didn't, but as I've gotten older and have had pets for myself, like I'm a combo girl. So I'm open to volunteering and a pet and being social with some humans. As I know everybody and the way my brain is set up, everybody is not meant for me to be social with, but those that I'm comfortable enough with, I will. Tip 5, keep stress in check. Stress is one of the brain's worst enemies. Over time, chronic stress destroys brain cells and damages the hippocampus, the region of the brain involved in the formation of new memories and the retrieval of old ones. Studies have also linked stress to memory loss. I definitely believe that. So here are some tips for managing stress. Set realistic expectations and be willing to say no. It is okay to say no. Be willing to say no. Take breaks throughout the day. Express your feelings instead of bottling them up. Set a healthy balance between work and leisure time. Focus on one task at a time rather than trying to multitask. That is definitely me. I want everything to happen. I have so many ideas, but I have to focus on one at a time. So, the stress busting, memory boosting benefits of meditation. The scientific evidence for the mental health benefits of meditation continues to pile up. Studies show that meditation helps improve many different types of conditions, including depression, anxiety, chronic pain, diabetes, and high blood pressure. Meditation can also improve focus, concentration, creativity, memory, and learning and reasoning skills. Meditation works its magic by changing the actual brain. Brain images show that regular meditators have more activity in the left prefrontal cortex, an area of the brain associated with feelings of joy. Meditation also increases the thickness of the cerebral cortex and encourages more connections between brain cells, all of which increases mental sharpness and memory ability. This is just so interesting. Tip 6, have a laugh. Laugh. Oh, we get so sidetracked and distracted. Laugh. Laughter is the best medicine. Yup. You've heard of that, right? Laughter is the best medicine. And that holds true for the brain and the memory as well as the body. Unlike emotional responses, which are limited to specific areas of the brain, laughter engages multiple regions across the whole brain. So we're going to look at ways to bring more laughter into our lives. So we can start with some basic ones, like laugh at yourself. Y'all, let me tell you something. Sometimes, yes, I do this. I do this. I do laugh at myself. As much as some people may think it's strange, I sure do. I laugh at myself. Sometimes I just do the silliest things, or sometimes I can just bust out and just start laughing and don't even know why I'm really laughing like that. So yes, I don't consider it an embarrassing moment, but share your embarrassing moments. The best way to take ourselves less seriously is to talk about the times when we took ourselves too seriously. When you hear laughter, move towards it. Most of the time, people are very happy to share something funny because it gives them an opportunity to laugh again and feed off the humor you find in it. When you hear laughter, seek it out and try to join in. Spend time with fun, playful people. I do that. I do a little bit of that. I do some of that at work, but I definitely do it outside of work with my best friend in heart quite often, whether it's over the phone or definitely in person. We are silly. I mean, extremely silly a lot of times. So, again, spend time with fun, playful people. Doing this shout out to you, Uno. That is my best friend in heart. These are people who laugh easily, both at themselves and at life's absurdities, and who routinely find the humor in everyday events. Their playful point of view and laughter are contagious. Most definitely. We feed off of each other. Next would be surround yourself with reminders to lighten up. Yes, you don't have to be so uptight, honey. Just so uptight where, ooh, you just look like you're about to crack. Okay, so lighten up. Laugh. You're living, right? You're alive. You're breathing. You have the ability to laugh. Go to a humor, like go to a comedy club. Go hear some jokes or look it up on YouTube or something. Just laugh. Yes. Ooh, some people are so uptight. It's just like they so uptight. It's hard for them to laugh. So keep a toy on your desk or in your car. Put up a funny poster in your office. Choose a computer screensaver that makes you laugh. Frame photos of you and your loved ones having fun. There's several different ideas that you can do as a reminder to laugh and lighten up. Pay attention to children and emulate them. They are the experts on playing, taking life lightly, and laughing. So quick story, I can remember growing up in church, and after church, we used to mock the people in church, the adults in church, right? With either how they were singing or how they were, even when they caught the Holy Spirit, as they say. We would just be mocking different things. It would just be the funniest thing ever. We were kids. Really, like we just were laughing and just having fun amongst each other or whatever. It doesn't have to be church. That just kind of came to mind because we used to do it. Oh, we used to do it a lot. Oh my gosh. We would mock our parents with singing and just everything, just people in general. And even as an adult now, I'm not going to even lie. There's some people that are really funny to me and I'm mocking them. And then even for myself, I've been told by coworkers and people like, my facial expressions can either make you laugh or back off of me. But in regards to the laughing, like, I've been told I'm funny. Yeah, so you gotta laugh and lighten up. Because I used to be in a position where I stopped laughing. I let life just take over me and I stopped laughing, and I was doing so much frowning that it just really became almost a permanent facial expression, not laughing. So I had to change habits, eliminate myself, heal, right? And so now, I do it every once in a while, but I do so much more laughing. And yes, it feels good, right? And it's also a calorie burning thing too, laughing. So try it. So again, laughter is the best medicine. Okay. Tip 7, eat a brain boosting diet. So, we have to incorporate how we eat because that can affect the brain as well. So, just as the body needs fuel, so does the brain. You probably already know that a diet based on fruits, vegetables, whole grains, healthy fats, a few of them, example, is olive oil, nuts, fish. I'm sure that there's so much more, but those are just a few. And lean protein will provide lots of health benefits. But such a diet can also improve memory. All of that salt and sugar and smoking and excessive drinking alcohol and bad drugs bad drugs. I'm bad drugs. Let me just leave it at that. It can mess with your memory. Okay. But again, what I